In today's video, we're going to be looking at a Sony Cybershot from 2004. Now, I'm aware we looked at a Cybershot from 2004 in the last video, but I thought this would be a good comparison because this is a slightly more stripped back version of what a Cybershot can be, and you'll see what I mean as the video progresses. I've been out for a couple of photo walks with the camera, and I also took it to the Tower of London, so I thought it would be interesting to see it in a tourist environment or just something a bit different. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So the first few days with this camera were really nice. I obviously just slipped it in my pocket and took it out for a few photo walks. It's annoyingly a bit overcast in England, so I think that's coming through in the pictures. The idea was to go out in the sunshine and get some like summertime vibey pictures, but it's coming across very overcast, and these old cameras don't tend to deal with bright white skies too much, and I obviously have to deal with that a lot in England, but I think the photos held out pretty well, and I've also put some of my presets onto these photos, and I think that really has added some vibrance and a bit of depth to the images just because of that overcast feeling that the camera was giving them. The pictures looked a little bit pale in my opinion. I liked them, don't get me wrong, but my presets added a little bit of colour and just a nice little touch, and it almost added the summer feeling to the images. But I'll let you decide for yourself. What I'll do is I'll put a few images up now of the original and then with my preset after it. Now, I don't want my presets to take away the fact that I really do like the original images from the camera, but as I said, it was just an overcast day, and when it's like that in England, sometimes these old sensors in the cameras can just look a little bit flat, that's all. And I just was working on the photos, obviously getting them ready for the video. I chucked one of my presets on and thought, oh, I like that, so I thought I'd share it with the people. And if you are interested in downloading those presets, I'll leave a link below. They come as like a little package where you can join the Discord community and talk to other people that enjoy these old cameras and nostalgia vibes. Now, I'd just like to go over some features and the specs on the camera before I show you the images I took on my little day trip up to the Tower of London. The camera itself is very pocketable and feels like you just throw it in your bag and go on holiday. It's made of a plastic body and it doesn't feel very, I wouldn't say it doesn't feel luxurious 'cause it's not supposed to feel like that, but it definitely feels like something you can just throw around. I got this one second hand, obviously, and it's got a few scratches and dinks on it. And there's actually a slight little problem with mine that I will go into more detail about just in a moment. And you'll see that in the images from the Tower of London. But it is a fun little camera. It's got a few different modes and settings that you can use. As I say in my other videos, I always just shoot in automatic mode, so then you guys can see exactly what the camera is like out of the box, and then you can, if you are someone that shoots manual or in different settings, and you can change it. You just get a raw feeling for the images with automatic mode, I believe, with these cameras. As I said at the start, this camera is from 2004. It is the Sony Cybershot DSC-P73. I'm aware it's quite popular amongst people buying these Sony Cybershots because they just seem to be easily available to find on eBay and other places. And it's pretty spot on for that old digital look because it's got the 4.1 megapixel sensor, it can take video, and it's just a fun little camera. It does take AA batteries, which in my book isn't a bad thing because if you're on holiday or travelling and you don't have the capability to keep on charging your camera if you're out all day or whatever, you can just take a few batteries and keep switching them around. And yeah, it's just a fun camera. And to wrap up the video, I would like to share some images that I managed to get at the Tower of London because I just thought, why not go for the tourist vibe and take a camera with me? One annoying thing is I accidentally kept on putting it into program mode. That is at the top of the camera where you can change the mode dial. It's basically the one that is right next to automatic mode. So I took a few pictures with this mode and then I got home and I thought, what's the matter with these pictures? As you'll see on the screen now, it almost looks like they've been, don't know, like the sensor's fried, which it's not because I took other pictures on the same day with automatic mode and they came out fine. So if anybody is aware of what has happened, it's obviously something internal in the camera. But I managed to get a few of these really weird looking pictures. You may get people think they look aesthetic and nice, but other than that, I enjoyed the images I took because I can look back at these and have fond memories of the day that I enjoyed. Obviously, I probably would have liked to have got some more footage from the day, but it was more of a family thing, and it's really busy in these touristy places, and it can be a bit awkward getting the camera out, and there's people in the shot, so... But it's been a very fun video, this one, to make using this camera. In my videos recently, I've been doing a nostalgia rating, which I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. And the only reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is because of the kind of washed out feeling to the overcast days. I've used other cameras on overcast days and I feel like the pictures just have a little bit more of that sort of old school oomph to them, where these images just looked a bit flat. And for the functionality rating, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's great because, as I said, you can use the AAs, but then some people might think that's not a good thing and they'd prefer to use a rechargeable battery. But either way, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 because of the accidental movement of the scroll menu wheel at the top of the camera. As I explained those pictures I took at the Tower of London, it's slightly annoying because obviously you don't want to have that happen to your images. And if you do go out and buy one of these cameras, I'm not saying that yours is going to have this same issue. So for me, with this specific one today, it's a 7 out of 10. If you made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you very much and say if you do like this content or these old cameras and just nostalgia, chill out vibes, then I feel like this is the channel for you. So definitely drop a subscription. It would be nice to say hello in the comments and build this community of old camera lovers. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.